Lavender.
Hi.
Hang on a second.
What are you doing?
All right.
What are you doing over there?
Hold on, it's way too loud. Hold on a second. Oh my
Ladies and
God.
gentlemen, welcome to episode 21 of A Little Lavender with Michael Shapiro and Kevin Sucher. Michael is just kind of figuring out how to get his shit working over there.
Well,
So in the meantime,
we were set up for recording, so I didn't realize that.
oh, right on.
I think I just blew out my eardrums with your voice, man, dude.
Hey,
Wow.
buddy.
Hey, man. How you doing?
How are you?
I asked you
I'm
first.
good.
man.
How are you? What?
I asked you first.
I said I'm good. Why are you? Do not listening to me again?
I missed you. You've been gone a long time.
I have. I haven't been here since the I don't know, the 4th, 3rd of July, something like that. 4th? No, we left the morning of the 5th of July because we played on the 4th of July here in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas was quieter without you. It was more for me. It was. I can't say it was more peaceful because I miss our morning talks, but it was different. Let's just say it was different. And I think you were missed. I love that you're on the phone while I'm talking to you. Did your wife get upset with that? When you look at she asked a question and she's answering and you look down at the phone. Is that
You know what my wife said to me for the first time the other day? Yesterday we were in we just got back from New York today. We flew out of
JFK.
JFK, yeah, it's in
first class. Rub that in.
It's in New York City. So we she said she liked me better without my phone. I had drained my phone so low that I left it on the charger in the hotel when we went out for our morning walk the day before we left, and we walked. We were staying in Chelsea, which is kind of south of the Midtown area, and we walked all the way up to the Times Square and the theater district area. Had a breakfast up in that area, and then walked back down to the hotel. And she's
how long?
I was like 20, 26, 27 blocks each way.
Yeah, but your phone was in the room. So how long? What kind of reprieve did you have away from your phone? How long? Was it a couple hours?
It was like this long.
Okay, so I love this, Kevin. I love this. I'd like to get.
What do you love?
I'm going to tell you.
Frustrating you today?
No. So a couple hours. I see you're sporting some new beads with a hook on, with an anchor on it. Listen,
yeah.
Honestly, 2 hours, 3 hours. How long were you without your phone?
Probably 2 hours.
And your wife says to you, "I like you better.
I like you better without your phone." Yeah.
So we've been talking about this for quite a while because, like, I used to always say, "Oh, well, Michael, we go walks together. You leave your phone behind." But I've really changed it into a like 6 o'clock kind of a thing. Like it stays in the office. Jolie gets home 7 o'clock, something like that. Or when she gets home, that's it for me. I'm not saying I don't go back in there and check it to just before we go to. I could have said that for you. Check it before we go to bed just to be sure there's not something I need to take care of. But for the most part, man, I'm telling you, I cannot emphasize enough how it's changing my life and how present I can be with the people in my life, especially my wife. And she doesn't seem to. She appreciates it, but bro, how I feel on the inside, my lavender side, if you will, it's changing it, and I'm realizing how addictive the phone is. At night when I go to bed, it's not on my nightstand. Jolie falls asleep. I'm watching a little TV. I can't tell you how many times I go to, I want to look something up on my phone. And I just don't. I don't get out of bed. I just wait till the morning. And in the morning when I wake up, you know what I do? Get a cup of coffee. And lately I've been playing the piano. I got the piano tuned. Talk about, it wasn't that far out, but that little bit, a couple of cents out, it was not as inspiring. But I start my morning off organically like that. It changes my day. I'm still an asshole. It doesn't change that factor. But so do you think that from that experience, it didn't happen the first time, but how did you feel not having your phone? Did you have any anxiety around it?
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a detox, man.
Yeah, I guess, but like I have a lot of responsibilities, right? I have a couple of children, and they text me, and then thankfully, my mother and father are very involved in my day-to-day life as well still. So they text me and they chat. And then I have friends, certain friends that like to stay in touch with me, I should say. I have those friends that make an effort to take time to chat with me while I travel. And then there are friends, that don't, like you, that, you kind of mind,
You can deflect. Yeah, go ahead. Do you,
Fuck,
listen, those
it's the reality, right?
your children, Max was with you, your youngest, okay? Right,
With
well, Max was with your parents, right?
Max is with split time with the parents and my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law.
Okay, so family. Gabby and Noah are in their 20s. They're grown. So the thing is that what I've noticed is that when I have the phone on me, I'm connected to the immediate responses. I'm in the moment with the people that are reaching out to me. But if 99% of the time, that stuff 2 hours later or 3 hours later is the same thing. If I'm going to go out with my wife or I'm going to go in and have dinner and I say, hey, I'm going to leave my phone. If there's somebody like my kids, you have kids. I don't have kids, so I understand that's a different thing. But I would just say, hey, I'm going to be with Aaron for 3 hours and I'm leaving my phone behind. Let people know you've left your phone behind and learn how to do that. I'm not telling you what to do, man. I'm just saying that I believe that every human being on the planet that has these phones, we have become, there's an immediacy, there's an urgency, and it's made up. Most of it is made up in our heads. We can have a reprieve from that, and then when we go to bed at night, man, it's right there on the nightstand. It's like we're connected. So it's like Patrick wants some heated banter apparently. Yeah, all right, here's one for you, Patrick. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean?
He said, I appreciate this from the heart banter of our life realism, my brothers. He likes that we're talking from our heart.
Hold on, Patrick. Hold on.
Why are you telling Patrick to fuck off?
Put it back up. Put it back up.
I appreciate this from the heart banter of our life realism, my brothers. Amen. That's what he said.
Without glasses, I said he appreciates the heated banter between us, and I that was an impulse. Obviously, me being away from my phone is not helping me. I told you I'm an asshole still, so that's crazy. Barbara Bright.
You don't have to announce that when you walk in the room. It kind of leads, right? Like you don't have to walk in and keep saying I'm an asshole. People like fucking. It's like it's the shirt you wear, right? But you're a lovely asshole, and that's why I love you. Like that's what it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's that smell you get. What you don't want to admit that you kind of like, but it stinks.
No, I don't know what you mean by that.
You know what I'm talking about. It's this thing. Ugh.
Why would you? But you like it? What are you talking about?
But you keep going back to smell it because it stinks, and you're like, ugh.
I did that with.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. So Barbara Brighton, our dear friend, is watching us on the phone. Look at how far technology. Murray Sawchuk's with us tonight.
Barbara, good to see you. Let me show you a little magic trick. Okay, Barbara, check this out. Let me show you how I can make something disappear in your mouth. Okay, Murray Sawchuk here. Good to see you guys. Okay, bye.
Crazy, right?
Oh,
21 appearances by Murray Sawchuk. It's just incredible.
Murray Sawchuk, yeah, and we had him on the program last week.
We did. No, 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, who did we have
the best part about it was that he couldn't get his fucking computer to work.
Oh no, technology. Hey, listen,
I love it.
How is it getting back to Vegas? I mean, you've been in a lot of humidity and warmth, but like, what is it like coming back to Vegas, being gone for almost a month, three and a half weeks or whatever? How do you feel about
I noticed, and this is going to sound weird. I noticed the smell when I walked off the plane and walked onto the jet bridge. I could smell.
You kind of like, don't like. You kind of smelled it.
It's just.
You coming back? Come back from
yeah, it's that smell, right? Like, right. But then again, listen, the smells in New York City are not to be messed with, right? Like that's a fucked up smelling city. It's pretty.
I particularly like Chelsea. Like I usually stay in Chelsea when I'm in New York, and I like that area, and I like that you can walk to everything. But I don't notice the smell because when you're an asshole, you don't tend to notice those smells. I think.
Listen, we missed Vegas. I didn't realize how long we were gone until it got to be like last week, and you start thinking like, "Holy cow! I've been in a hotel room for like almost a month."
It's true,
but it's like the bed's on one side and then the bed's on the other side and then the bed's pointing in a different direction. And you wake up and with the prostate the size of mine at 53 years old, you got to use the bathroom at some point in the middle of the night. And you don't know where you're freaking walking in a goddamn hotel room. You're walking into a wall or a closet because you can't even remember what. I'm sorry. I digress. I don't mean to get aggravated. That's your role.
I was enjoying that actually because there's frustrations in life. But what I was getting to with the heat here is that I just got a water bill for over $800. I just got a power bill for over $800. In fact, closer to $900. What the fuck was that?
What was that?
Oh, Ben. The PA's on, and there's a DI over there that's for the acoustic that's a little temperamental. And Melvin,
for those of you that aren't musicians, a DI is called a direct box, and that
That's
allows you to
good.
plug a line level signal in and allows you to amplify it in a way. There you go. So everybody's brought along for that sounded scary, quite honestly. You have a rehearsal tonight, right? We got a big weekend this weekend, don't we?
Oh, I got ears put.
I'm throwing this up. I'm throwing this up on the screen, everybody. You ready? Look what we got. Can you talk about this?
I don't know what the show. Wait a minute. You're being so kind because you have a show too, but you're showing mine first. You know who's not on this, Kevin? Is Peter Pavone. Peter Pavone will be a guest in the show as well, but there's Kelly Vaughn, 8:00 on Saturday, the 27th, just like it says on that poster. Very excited about it. We're doing full production with the horn section and the dancers. And yeah, it's a lot. And yes, we have a rehearsal for that. And then
I love the fact that you're fucking advertising Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis will all be there. Elvis, Sonny and Cher, Tom Jones. This is a star-studded night, ladies and gentlemen, at Notoriety with Michael Shapiro and all those celebrities. It's going to be great.
Does it read like that? I've used that.
It does. And I learned something about Michael Shapiro today. Hold on.
Put it back up for a second. Just please put it back up for a second. Okay. No.
What?
Kevin, will you put it up just long enough for me to say a sentence, please? Okay. Featuring original renditions of songs by. Thank you. Now you can take.
I didn't see that. It got lost in the background. I didn't see that part.
I'm not gonna ask you about it because I said about Patrick. What I said. I said
you have something special to announce today, and you are going to hear it here first on the Lavender Podcast. You ready?
I'm in suspense.
You told me earlier on the phone you're retiring.
It's because we have shows.
Why is that funny?
We have shows on the same night. You're trying to get rid of the competition. I get it. We're two totally different.
You're retiring. You said you are going to retire.
That was for you and I. That was a private conversation, and I.
Let me tell you a little something about retiring. It's all bullshit. It's a ploy to get people to come to the show. They don't be. It's like a going out of business sale.
No, I don't know about continuing. Reckless in Vegas has been going for in Vegas for almost 10 years, 12 years since its inception, and I feel like Patrick Ken will appreciate that. Yeah, he's great with shows and entertainers. I don't know, man. Jonathan Martin knows about this. If Jonathan would book us some corporates, I wouldn't even consider retiring. I would retire from doing possibly ticketed shows in Las Vegas. I still would do some corporate stuff. I those things come along. The problem that I have with that, and maybe you relate to this, if you stop doing regular touring and ticketed shows, and then you get a corporate that's 6 weeks that comes up, what do you do for rehearsal? You get everybody together, you start rehearsing it again, or I'll lose that if I don't do it regularly. Also, be that little thing we do on stage, that the comfortability factor happens when you're kind of in past that rehearsal mode and you're able to be present with everybody and not thinking. And I fear that would go away if I retire. I'm not saying I'll retire from music, although I'm recording an amazing song with Patrick Kacha and Jennifer Lynn. I mean, it's an original piece. It is so incredibly special to me. Probably one of the most important, maybe my favorite song that I've ever written. And I'm watching it. I'll always do that. Okay, wake up, Kevin. I'll always do that. So when you say retiring, it was just a conversation. It wasn't about like, okay, I'm retiring.
I'm messing with you. Why are you taking this so seriously? It's what my job is. It wasn't serious. We didn't talk about retiring seriously. We talked about, listen, can artists truly ever retire? I think that's a topic for a thing.
It's not coming through. Can't see it.
Hey, today's episode is brought to you by Apple iPhone. Shit you can't live without.
Today's episode is brought to you by generosity, in the spirit of doing charity, giving back. If you can afford a little bit, give back. This company gives 10 cents for every bottle sold.
They should rename that diabetes.
No, there's a lot of sugar in those because there's sweet teas. There's 14 sweet tea states, and that's a big item. He's coming out.
Oh, look at this. Look at this bullshit right here.
What do you got?
Look at this bullshit.
You're right, Jonathan. I'll keep practicing and try to get to the level of your roster, which is, I'm surprised you haven't booked this yet. If you look at the roster you have. Oh, Snapple. That's nice. Hey, Jonathan, this is a Little Lavender. We want to try to be honest with our.
Are you going to let him come on our show and put like text box upstages?
Can we send him a link real quick? We'll give him like 60 seconds on the show.
Let's get it. Yeah, here, text him the link. You know his number. I don't even know this guy. The guy spells his name wrong, I think, doesn't he?
It's weird, right? He wanted to be special. See, it's just a bunch of bullshit is what it is. Okay, so no, Reckless of Vegas is not retiring at this moment. We're going to finish out the year. Got a huge show at the end of the year. Okay, so I have the link, so I'm going to copy it.
Jonathan's redeeming himself. He said, "Ouch, LOL." Just kidding.
No.
Send it to Jonathan. Let's get him on here. Let's have him. Let's hear the. Yeah. Let's hear the smack he's going to talk about your show.
Jonathan, just join us on your phone, man. It's super easy. Hit the link and join us on your phone. I just sent it to you. I want to hear this bullshit face to face. Anyway, so I mean, do you think about? Are you just gonna? How long are you going to go tour for? And how long are you going to? I mean, is it what's next for you? Do you think about what's next for you? I mean, we'll always play music. That's what we do. You've come from management. You paused your career, got into artist management, and had that for 20 years, and did some movies and did big movie stuff, and did some other things. But now you're doing this. How long will this last for you? I mean, it's a question. I mean, it's your wife doesn't love doing it. She's an amazing artist and does it, but she does it for. I think she does it for you.
Yes, she does it for me. She loves doing it. Me. And I'm grateful that she doesn't do it with anybody else, but just with me.
Yeah.
Because we would have problems in our marriage if she did it with other people.
You would need counseling, probably.
We probably would need some serious counseling, right? I'm glad she saves that special thing for me. So there's her special purpose. But like I have no plans on retiring because I'm just grateful for every day that I get to do it at the level that we get to do it at, and with the people that I do it with. Like the core group of my band right now are the loveliest, most amazing human beings that I have ever professionally worked with in this regard. And I'm grateful for that because I have been with a lot of shitty people, as you can attest to. There's not a lot of, sometimes the music business is not all that friendly. And
I love your band. I love the people.
What makes it worse is when you're intimately working with people and there's shitty people on top of it. It can really change the dynamic. Anyway, we got a guest here today. Look at this guy. This guy's joining us.
Go ahead, say it to my face.
He's talking shit on the podcast. And he spells his name wrong, and he's coming to talk some shit with us.
Hey, you wear white glasses better than any of us, okay?
Have you guys met?
I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy.
Have you ever met?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Kevin, this is Jonathan. Kevin. Jonathan has an age.
Hey, man, how are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good. It's good to meet you.
Did we just
knock Michael down? We cocked him right out of the conversation.
Hey, you have a new podcast partner.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go ahead and get my setup for renewal.
Yeah, you're about to retire, remember? So
thanks for jumping on. Well, that's what Kevin said. We had a little conversation about what was next, and I go, I may think about retiring Reckless next year.
He was joking. You weren't even serious.
I wouldn't say I was joking. I'm considering it because it is how long will that last? How long will it go? And it's one of those things. I mean, Jonathan, when I made the comment about that, it's like really corporate when you're putting bread on the table consistently, corporate is where that's at. I have never built Reckless as a touring act like Kevin has built Docksiders. They have built it as a touring act before they even came to Vegas.
I haven't seen his band. I'd like to see his band. It'd be cool.
They're fantastic.
I'll send you the link. Tickets are $100. Come anytime you want.
I will say this about Reckless. I mean, meeting Michael and being friends with him has been a great experience. But seeing Reckless live, I didn't know how good of a player and performer Michael was until I saw him, and I was like, holy shit. And the guy can really, as much as you're a great vocalist, you're also a great guitar player that probably a lot of people don't know. but you're a ripping guitar player, and a lot of entertainment in this town, it's like so not seen until you actually walk in and you see it and you go, holy Jesus Christ. And Michael, you are a great, I mean, I would, you're that guy I'd love to like put up with 5 other guitar players and have a big jamming session, you know.
It would be very short. I'm a one-trick pony, man. Yeah.
But you know, getting back to the retirement thing, think about this. We just went and saw Chris, Zoe Bowie.
Yeah.
And in a way, he kind of semi-retired out of being Zoe Bowie. Now he wants to do something that's retro.
Doing the top 40 pop thing.
Yeah.
He did it for 20 years. And so he's looking, I think it's his inner artist that wants to create something
Got
new.
it.
Right? Yeah.
Got it. And I mean, and I look at that, and he's been talking to me for about a year, close to a year about it. Like, what do I think? And I'm like, I'd never get rid of the Zoe Bowie because when I was in Phoenix in 2001, I was one of the guys that booked his band way back then at a place called the Cajun House. And seeing him grow from that to this to where he is, it's amazing, you know. And I'd never get rid of the brand. I'd maybe put it on hold, but I'd never get rid of it, you know. And
If
Chris
you're
is a
not
talented guy.
if you're not
Huh?
fulfilled as an artist, and Kevin's music is amazing music. I believe you, Kevin, you have a genuine love for yacht rock style music, right? That genre is important to you, right? Am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, part of the storyline about why I think the Docksiders work in the way that it does is that, you know, my career as a producer was greatly influenced by these productions of the songs that we're climbing into every single night, you know, and the music and the creativity surrounding all that meant the world to me as a young kid trying to figure out where I fit in the industry that I wanted to be in. So yeah, it's different than going out and playing, you know, dance music, which we used to do. Like 20 years ago, we were in a band. My wife and I were in a pop top 40 band, and that music didn't mean anything
But
like
yacht rock makes so much money now. It's insane how much yacht rock makes. You know.
yeah, man. We just made $2 million this last week. It's been crazy. I don't know why everybody's not getting on the yacht rock boat, but listen,
Well, it's like the Yachtly crew
sailing.
guys. The
You
guys
show
that
us-
do Yachtly
Uh-oh.
crew.
Okay, hold on. You just said the two words. You just said the two words that we have to say. That's it. You can't say that shit on my podcast.
Don't be mean.
Not on my podcast. You don't bring up that word.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean that.
You
It's
know
all
what,
good.
Jonathan? It's a different
kidding.
musicianship, right? So Kevin and his crew are really high end musicians, and so they play they play it better than some of the original guys that produced and released that stuff and performed it, and that bar is so high. I think that I have not seen Yachtly Crew, but I have definitely checked into them, and I plan to go see them. They're more, it's a little cheekier, right? It's a little more, it's a playful thing. Docksiders are playful, but when it comes to the musicality, man, it's nailed.
Where are you
Different
playing
part.
next? We playing next?
Us,
Venetian.
we have a residency at the Venetian, and we're there Friday and Saturday this week, and then we head back out on the road a little bit, and then we're back. The rest of the year is absolutely batshit crazy for us.
I am out of town because I have my show Nashville Stars Live tomorrow, and then I'm out doing Cheap Trick on Friday. So,
Nice.
You mean like backstage or what?
Really? Seriously? Really?
Nice.
You started it, bro.
See, you just took it another
Sorry,
step.
I'm sorry. You know, that was wrong. Can we rewind that? I retract the previous blowjob. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, you guys are giving plugs. I'm giving my little plug. I can do that. You invited
Absolutely.
me on. I appreciate it.
It's great, and I really enjoyed seeing you at Chris's show at Concerts for a Cause, which we have another one coming up the second Tuesday of August. Oh, there it is right there. There's while we're doing plugs. Christine Shebeck, amazing. Tuesday, August 13th at 7:00.
The best.
Jonathan, when I saw you there at Chris's show, we chatted it up, and you introduced me to somebody staying with you who's a kind of a well-known drummer. I never met him before. I did follow up and check with Tom Fletcher about him. He loves him. I mean, so I would like to connect that dot a little bit at some point. So
yeah, Scott Little Billman. He's the drummer from John Fogerty, and also he was also playing with Jelly Roll, and guy's amazing. He's phenomenal. He's got stories beyond stories.
Little Billman, and the guy's like, he's as tall as you, right? He's like 6'3".
Yeah, he's like 6'6". Yeah.
Oh, you're not that tall, are you? Are you?
I'm 6'5".
Okay.
Yeah, he dwarfs me.
These two, I'm talking to these two guys. I'm 5'10" at best on a good day, and they're both. I'm looking up, and my neck was sore the next day.
That's
Listen,
for other reasons.
Thank you for popping in on us and being spontaneous about it.
Hey, I appreciate it.
I need to abuse
thanks for joining us.
Partner a little bit more.
Hey, so wait a minute. What do you got coming up next? That's awesome.
Jesus Christ,
Jonathan, that was great.
Jonathan, that's a hang up of endearment. So I do believe he said he's got a cheap trick thing he's doing, but he's doing his Nashville. It's a God. I wish I knew more about it, Jonathan. I suck. You gotta go. Oh, nice, David Kerr coming into Vegas. Where are you from, David?
Coming to Vegas. David's coming to Vegas to see us.
So,
Jonathan,
he left, and I would have too, because that was rude, man. Didn't you love
that's what we do? That's what we do, man. That's the endearment. You're in if we hang up on you. David's coming from Asbury Park. We played in Asbury Park. Were you at our show at the Wonder Bar? We had a great night there. You know what was really phenomenal about that night at the Wonder Bar that we played in Asbury Park? The original guitar player who played on Rupert Holmes' hit song, the Pina Colada song, is an amazing guy by the name of Dean Balin. And we got to know Dean through this internet stuff. And Dean came to our show in Asbury Park, and I asked him if he would get on stage and play his iconic guitar part from the Pina Colada song. And he did, and he killed it, and it was great. And we've stayed in touch ever since, and he's the sweetest guy in the world. We haven't been back to Asbury Park in a while. We've been playing all around the East Coast, but we haven't been there.
Have you ever played the Stone Pony?
We haven't played the Stone Pony, but we went to the Stone Pony the day we were in Asbury Park. It was awesome.
I had a chance to play the Stone Pony when we were on the tour with Great White.
We're talking about me now. We just talked about you the whole fucking episode.
It's a good story that you're going to appreciate, though. Okay. So iconic. What a dump that joint is, first and foremost. You were there. It's a dump. The place is a dump. Killer PA system, but a total dump. And I was excited to be there because of the Bruce connection. However, I was... you think I'm an asshole now. Back in my early 30s, and I was using and all that shit. I was a real prick, but I didn't get.
Hey, listen, let's get this straight. You might be an asshole, but you're my asshole.
That's why it smells in here. Listen, so we show up there, and I'm cocky. We'd done a bunch of shows, and I'm getting pretty cocky about I'm the main support for Great White. These are sold out shows everywhere. And I got into it with a stage guy there that worked at the Stone Pony, and I didn't handle it very well. So we pull through, and I can't even remember what it was over. But then I leave to go back to the hotel to get cleaned up for the show. I come back, and the E string and the A string are snapped on both of my Telecasters. He clipped them. And those are both the two guitars I had. I had to restring before, I get there right before we're going to go on, right? I don't want to spend too much time there. So is that a move or what? But that woke me up.
Wow. That is a move bullshit, right there.
Yeah,
that's some stone cold shit right there.
That's some Stone Pony shit, baby. Yeah. So
all right,
let's talk about your show for a second. So you got 2 shows this weekend. You're playing. You haven't been back.
Friday night will be sold out. There are very few tickets left. Saturday night is looking like it's on track to be sold out. I don't know what to say. It's really humbling because there were a lot of people that said, don't open a show in the summer in Las Vegas. And I'm not saying that we're killing it, but what I'm saying is we've had some really good attendance, and I'm grateful for that. We sold our homes. We moved here. We all moved here. The whole band moved here, and to have that kind of support now, on top of all of our local friends that have supported us, but then to have people traveling from out of town now coming to our show, it's I think a testament just more so to the fact that, like you mentioned, yacht rock is loved right now. It's a really great genre of music, if you want to call it a genre of music, and it is it's very humbling, and we're just very grateful to be able to do what we do. This new room at the Venetian 1923 live is spectacular. The sound is great. The show, we've got new songs we're putting in the show this week. So you're gonna see some new stuff. You won't because you don't come to my show ever. But every other person that will be coming to the show will see some new songs. But thank you for asking that. That was really nice.
What do you mean? I don't. I was there. I was there this your opening night, and it's like I can't go out the night before a show, and when we're look at you're going to be there. I'm going to come see the show.
You don't work that hard on stage. I've been to your show. You give me this look. You gotta like reserve your energy for what? Like you a prize fighter? Hey, I have your curtain. Your velvet curtain. I took it down off the wall.
Did yours come in? Do you have a replacement for it?
I didn't order one yet. No, I didn't order one.
Oh, you need that. You got to put it back up then. Why'd you?
Yeah, you said you needed it in August. August is next week, so I took it down and it's ready. I'm going to deliver it to you.
The idea was you were going to order a new. Nobody cares about that. We'll talk about that later. So with that, I love what you said. There's some luck involved in art, being an artist, and obviously you got to go out and work it for the luck to find you. And you guys have been doing that, and I'm so happy to hear most of the shows have been sold out. And there's a demand because you're not playing as frequently. When you first came here, you were doing 5 nights a week, right? 6 nights a week.
Yes, sir.
That's really hard to do on a new brand here if you're not, Lady Gaga. Which we had an argument today about it. We only have a few more minutes, but you're not a Lady Gaga fan, and which is after I saw her show at the park, I became a heavy fan. You said that, right? No, are you?
Why
not?
are you calling? That was a private conversation.
Oh, stop it! You know what, man?
Where does the line of the trust?
I try to get real with you, dude, and you know what? You just we got to stop this cycle of this loop of sarcasm and assholism. That's another thing. You had COVID on the road too.
Yeah, I got really sick. My whole family did. Aaron and Max, and then a couple guys in the band had it, and we couldn't cancel. We had to play shows, so we went and gave COVID to everybody. It was wonderful.
That's the new tagline. Go to see the Docksiders, and you will leave with COVID. It's great. It's an immunity thing. So enjoy that. It's just
the hard thing about having a beard when you're eating like sunny side up eggs is when you get the yolk that drips into the beard, and sometimes you don't know that it's there. And like 4 days later, you wake up and you got this like clumpy, bearded, yolky, stinky.
Let's wrap it up. Ask me a question so you can hang up on me. Go ahead.